We need it. All right, you guys, this is Gilley. And listen, from the moment Gilley arrived here, he let us know two things. One, he's the boss of us. And two, he's not sure how he ended up in a feedlot, but he is too good to be here. Isn't that right, Jess? It's been two things. I am too good to be here, and you're my servant. Go on. That's Gilley. Yeah, go. Look at him. Listen, we've learned two things about him. One, he's incredibly intelligent. And two, he's probably one of the smartest horses. You know, like, not only is he incredibly intelligent, he's one of those horses that just genuinely thinks that he knows everything. He is fancy broke. He is easy to get along with. But listen, you're not going to be able to, be a dumbass and own this horse. Not because he'll hurt you. He would no behavior like that. But, like, he can undo gates. He can turn on the water spigot. Like, that's not supposed to be there. That's not supposed to be there, he said. Go ahead with him. Nope, it's all right, Elizabeth. Oh, okay. It's not supposed to be there. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this horse is so intelligent, and from the moment he's arrived here, I have said, this is probably one of the best horses on my property. But in the same breath, he's also like one of those horses that, is like, I don't have to do what you say. I'm telling you guys, the right person is going to have a $20,000 horse, okay? The wrong person is going to sell him right back to here. That's just him. Have you guys ever seen one? If I ever had one that I really did not want to get rid of, it's him. Not because I don't sell horses, but because I worry for him. I know that he is too smart for your average person. And that is the God's honest truth. He is broke. He's never going to buck. He's never going to rear up. But I am going to tell you that he does need an experienced horse person, because all of this right here, hang on, Elizabeth, it's okay. Go ahead, make him. All of this right here is just very typical behavior of when you ride him for the first time in a while. He's like, I don't know about this. I don't want to go that direction. I'm telling you. And then you'll go trot him around the block and get him just a touch tired, and he's the greatest horse on this entire place. Like, he was a show horse, so he has a spin around, slide stop, backup handle, but it's almost like a kid had him or an older lady. And the guy that we got him from was the same guy that Biggie came from. And he'd warned us. He said that Biggie was a saint and Gilley was the boss. Look, he's like, I don't think so. I'm telling you, he's like, y'all are trash and I don't have to. Yep, there you go. I'm just saying with him, he needs like a 13-year-old little girl who rides every day, who is fearless, who's just going to get her little like dressage whip and just like whip the shit out of him. You know, yes, yes. Like, if we were to hand her a little dressage whip and she could just reach back there and pop him, this would all quit.
Yeah, because he looked at me like, the little person doesn't hit me all that hard, so.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Yes. I'm telling you, he's super broke, and he was a show horse. So every once in a while, I feel like it's important to be honest about how a horse got to where they were. He got to us because the man that we bought all of these geldings from, we bought Hammer, Biggie, and him all from the same guy. He sang Hammer's praises. He sang Biggie's praises, but he said that this horse right here requires... He said he never had an issue with him, and he wouldn't have taken $10,000 if he was still going to be doing what he was doing, but he was retiring from the outfit that he worked, and he said that he had got this horse, and he had been shown in English, hunter under saddle, and he had been shown in, like, Western riding classes, and he just had kind of bullied a little girl that took lessons, kind of a heavy-set girl, and she was just fed up with him because... And that guy said, I just put my spurs on and I'll just rake a spur down his side one time. And he said, I never had another problem with him. He never even tried him again. But he tries Jess because she won't whip him or she won't be a girl. Look, he knows.
He's bougie.
He's like, I don't have to.
He's bougie. That's all it is.
He just knows that Jess is not going to make him do anything. And so this is his attitude with her. This has been, like I'm telling you, he didn't do this, and then Jess got on him, and he knows that Jess is not going to make him do anything, and I want you to see how some amazing quality horses end up here. And truthfully, what we need to do, will you go get Jess an encouragement stick? I want you to ride him one full round around here. We're just going to hand you the encouragement stick. Because my thing is, horses like this are worth a fortune. Yeah. He's never going to hurt someone. No buck, no rear up. He won't run off. He side passes, spins around, slide stops. But this right here is how a great quality horse ends up here, because they're too smart for their own damn good. Does that make sense? Like somebody gives a fortune for a horse that's just a little bit too much for them. Yep. And now Jess is going to have to ride him bareback with an encouragement stick for 2 or 3 days until he's like, okay. And then I'll re-video him and you'll be like, wow, he's amazing. He is amazing. He's still an asshole and he's still smarter than the average bear. Watch, Jess will get this encouragement stick. Watch. He's like, fuck. Oh, he knows. Go ahead, Jess. Here you go. Encouragement stick him. Look. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Do you guys see the difference? Like now look, he's like the brokest horse. Is that not crazy? Did you see like the instant behavior? Like his head went down, his demeanor changed, and he was like, oh, I have to do this. I know. He's like, okay, yes, that's, Look, he's like, okay, the bullshit's over. Is that not, now look at him. Like, he's like, the bullshit's over. You guys, that right there is how fantastic quality horses end up. And look, she's never had to whip him again. It's not even like she had to be mean to him. She just made the noise and he was like, oh, I know that. I am so sorry. Like, God. Is that what it's like to be maced one time? You know, and then from that on they just show the pepper spray? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They just show the pepper spray and you're like, aye, Captain, I don't know. Jacob's brother had to go to training for that, and they mace you. And he said it was the worst thing he's ever lived through in his life.
It feels like. Oh,
look, there goes just. She got him to try. There they go. But I just want you to know that there is a big difference between Biggie and Gilley. Biggie is a saint sent directly from God, and Gilley is a saint. No, he's the saint that was sent directly from hell. Back. But listen, he's not gonna buck. Gilley is not going to rear up, and he's genuinely, flying lead changes in the show ring. Like, this horse is a $20,000 show horse. But, like, if you're an idiot, you might as well just throw the keys on the ground and walk off, because this thing is, like, stalled out in park, and you're not doing nothing. Look, she couldn't even get him to move up here, and we call that our encouragement stick. She didn't even have to whack him with it. She just made it make a little noise. Mm-hmm. You guys have to admit, Jess! Yeah! What she said! I just want you guys to see, like, literally, the brokest side pass do anything in the world, but you have to have a little. I think he would be perfect for a trail rider with a little bit of experience that wants a fancy broke horse side pass, started over fences, but like just carry you a little. I would just tuck it in the front of my saddle, and if he does that shit, just pull it out, one good whop on the butt. Listen, for the rest of the day, you have the best horse in the world. But again, this is a horse that was bred and raised to do work, and he got in a barn and he got spoiled, and then and the guy I got him from, bless his heart, he was a little rough around the edges, and he kept calling her. He was trying to be polite, and he said she was extremely heavy set, and so she just really didn't have the best balance, and she was fearful, you know, to kick or whip or encourage him, because she was really just, she was trying to get fit and get her balance back, and she gave a lot of money for this horse. Anyway, long story short, then he bought the horse, and he's used him as a trail horse. They've shot elk, brought elk off the mountain, do guided trails up in the mountains. He's also spent some time in Arizona in the winter, and this horse has just been, Jess is too soft for him. And that kind of, the reason I had Jess do this is because I want you to see, you don't really have to be an advanced rider. You just can't be soft. Like, you can't be a soft ass bitch. Yeah. Yeah. He's fantastic. He's the brokest horse on my entire place, but you're going to have to pick the whip up and just remind him that, like, these are the laws. Just, isn't that crazy? Wouldn't do shit and you pick up the encouragement stick and... You didn't even really, you just made the noise.
I know. If you just heard it once and... Okay.
Damn it. Yeah. He loves cookies. Like, you can pick up all 4 feet. He's the greatest horse in the barn. Like, listen, this horse is fantastic. You just need a cookie tied to that, is right. Will you trot him? Go ahead, trot him down there and just show him, like... I know, it's actually a beautiful kind of... It's called a floaty trot.
What is that?
Like in English, like he's been shown in Hunter Under Saddle, and he's kind of got a little bit of a floaty trot. Like, he just needs to go to a Pat Pirelli person or a Clinton Anderson person that has a carrot stick. That's... Look, oh, he's like, damn it. See? Now look. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jess. Jess is like, I don't want to. This is it. He knows. He's like, I'm going to see. Gilley, don't get your butt whipped. She's just making noise with it. So just so you know, you don't actually have to, like, he doesn't have to be whipped. Like, you can just make that whip, like, make some noise, like the swishy noise. And it's like he knows. Go ahead, Jess. Good job. Like, she's not even making contact. That's another thing. He's like, she's not making contact. There you go. Nope, let her do it, because I'm telling you, Jess is giving him cookies. Go ahead, Jess. Jess has babied the shit out of him, and now he really doesn't want to respect her, and it sucks because she's the nicest person on the place to him. Good job, Jess. Good job. So this is how good horses end up here. And he was doing this with a previous person. This is not a created here issue, but this is a going to get fixed here issue. Go ahead, Jess. Go on with him. Good job. Just getting his feet back moving and just teaching him if his feet are moving. Remember, okay, nope. He doesn't want me to take it from you because I'm not going to just let it make noise. Let me see it, Jess. Look, he knows. He's like, that bitch will bust my ass. Look at him. He's like, oh, this is just, let me see. Here, let me see. See, you don't have to hit them to make way. Does that make sense? You don't have to beat a horse. Oh, I thought he stopped again. He was like, oh. But we are just going to work him through this. And I'm telling you guys, I had some people call about this horse, and they were ready to pay for him, and he would have been off my property and no longer my fucking problem. And I talked him out of buying him because I told them the truth. I said, he's fantastic, but he tries to take advantage of Jess, and he doesn't do it to me. He does not do it to me. And we have got to get him to where he doesn't take advantage of Jess, because he is a fantastic horse with tons of training, but he's really smart. So like I said, I already had people, and I talked them out of buying him, and they bought the other one, and they're grateful. They love the other horse that they purchased. But I think my husband would have been proud to see this one go, because he's like, we're never going to get rid of him because you tell too much. But if people got him home, I'd rather them see this and know how to fix it than to get him home and be like, you fucked me. You know, this horse is terrible. He's not terrible. He's just too damn smart. Come on. He's like, oh. I'm not kidding, sir. Look at him. He's like, shit, she's coming. And we don't have to hit. That's the thing, is nobody has to beat this horse. He does have SHS, spoiled horse syndrome. That is. Trot on. And if you notice, I never have hit him. I have hit the ground, just made it make noise. And he knows. He just knows that Jess, and like, so the whole thing about Jess is she's like, got this thing. She has never actually touched him with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you never, Jess like wants to be aggressive. Trot on. Don't fall off, Jess. And like, once we get him going and he kind of figures out like, they are going to keep at me, he's fantastic. But I do know that if I sell him, whoever gets him, he's probably going to do this. And I'll just throw in an encouragement stick here. But you have seen the absolute worst of his behavior. This is it. That's the worst of it. But this is a horse that does flying lead changes. He side passes. He started over fences. Like, this is a very expensive show horse that just unfortunately got really smart. I don't have to sell him to a man, Sally. There are fantastic women. Like, what do you mean sell him to a man? Go get on him, Beba. He's not, go ahead. It's okay. He's not going to hurt you. I mean, you might fall off on your head and hurt yourself, but he's not going to hurt you. She's like, I've only rode once. And I'm like, go ahead. Go ride him around the...
I'm fucking heavy.
He's the same with Brandon. Jump. I mean, okay. Yeah, you're good. Look at him. He's like, what is this? Oh, he knows. He's like, this one does not know. Look at him. I swear to God, he's that smart. He knows. He's like, Beba is new and she is hanging on. She's hanging on like a person that doesn't know. He knows, doesn't he? Go on, sir. Beba's not afraid of you. Go on, sir. So you have your like legs squeezed into him. Just scoot forward, more forward. Yeah, more forward. And then kind of leave your legs down. There you go. Now go on. Tell him, step up. Okay, turn left. There you go. Oh, sorry, I'm not. He's like, go ahead. Go, sir. So see, it's not a, like he just, there you go. I mean, so here's the deal. I would put a beginner on him. He's not a dangerous horse. He's a fucking smart horse. He's a smart horse. Turn left. Pull. Yeah. There you go. Because he's not really, he's super broke. And he's really just, he knows that you'll feed him even if he's a piece of shit. He's afraid that she might not. See, she's a little bit, go ahead, you can go ride him around the block. Just make him go trail ride. You want the encouragement stick? Yeah, I'm telling you. This is your second time to ever ride? Second time. There you go. Well, if you need us, call. We'll come gather you up off the ground. See, it's not a, like, is it not just so funny to watch him take such bad advantage of Jess? She is a complete beginner. Second time she's ever rode a horse. And it's literally that he knows that you are so... Don't fall off, Elizabeth! God! If she falls off, it won't be because, listen. Oh, yeah, Lynette, he jumps. Let me tell you. Look at him. He's like, wait, do I have to do what she says? But see, Elizabeth is like more direct. Like, she's like, I'll box you. So look at him. He's like, yeah, I think this one's kind of serious. I think she might fight me. I'm going to go on and do what I'm supposed to. Isn't that crazy? And then throw a complete shit fit with Jess, who has way more experience. Only because Jess is still going to give him cookies and tell him he's pretty. Even if he completely fucks her. And like with Elizabeth, he's like, you kind of have man energy. Like, I think you'll get off and square up. I'm serious. Elizabeth! He's like, I'm pretty sure I'll just do what you say because you'll square up and box me. That is your Indian war pony. So that's Gilley's problem. You can see Gilley with a complete beginner who is falling off the side as they trot because she has no idea. And he's fantastic with her. And then he treats Jess like she's like I swear to God, he just knows that Jess is absolutely going to feed him, even if he's a piece of junk. So he just acts like a piece of junk. Elizabeth, do not fall off. She keeps trotting and her whole body gets to bouncing off to one side. But my point here is like, he's not dangerous. He's an asshole. And yes, he will go over crosswells. He's not mean. He's just entirely too clever. Listen, it has nothing to do with him not knowing what he's supposed to do. It's the energy. You see, he knows if he's a piece of shit to Jess, she's still going to give him a cookie and tell him how pretty he is. But he's like, you might throw hands. See? Like, it's just the energy. Like, she was assertive and he was like, okay, yes, ma'am. or sir, or whatever. Like, he's like that with me. Like, he does that with me, though, Elizabeth. But with Jess, and Jess has way more experience.
Yeah, my boss over there when I worked at the other place, she didn't let me get on the soft horse. She let my ex get on that one, and she let me get on the harder one. And she was like, he ain't gonna listen to you.
Yeah.
He's gonna listen to her.
Yeah, he's not bad. And the guy that he came from told us that, like, that he got it from I don't know if she was older or she was young, but she was trying to show him in English and Western, and basically he just learned that he could not do anything she said. So anyway, that's Gilley, and he's the opposite of Biggie. Like, Biggie is the most clever horse, but just the kindest horse. So Biggie, I stand behind 100%. Gilley, I stand behind. He's super sound. He's beautiful, but he's entirely too clever for a beginner. I mean, he just cannot go to a beginner. Jacob wants 5,000 acres for this horse. And honestly, if he doesn't bring that, this horse is not in danger of going to slaughter. At this point, I kind of like this stupid ass. And he's not like that with me. I can ride him anywhere, Elizabeth. And he's like,
buy him. I'm gonna save my money up for him.
yeah, he's fantastic.
Where do you want him at?
I'm in a stall. Yep, we're going to clean him up and he's been in the same pen eating the exact same thing that Biggie's been eating. And Biggie, I just think we heavy wormed him. And I think Biggie was just a lot more wormy. So that's another lesson.